You want to try to go shut down a Marvel shoot?
Wait, what?
They do say they need help. They need more people to try to shut the gates down. So we could try to go do that if you want. If you like, I mean, we can do it. But yeah, my friend who's down there said, yeah, they do need people down there.
All right, well, let's go. Yeah, I would love to shut down
down there and
they need help. Shoot?
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Let's see. What is the?
Yes.
Here, let me look it up.
Yes.
If it means I can sit in the car.
Caroline,
we got tipped up by the
we're gonna go shut down a Marvel shoot.
We need to come. Yo, if anyone wants to help shut down a Marvel shoot, we're going to Sunset in Las Palmas where there's a Marvel shoot. We're trying to shut down that shoot by stopping Teamsters trucks from entering. Sweet. Can I show you something?
Okay.
So see this sign here? This is a neutral gate. So under labor law, it's a bad labor decision. You know, we picket to stop Teamster trucks from entering or leaving. This is a neutral gate, which under labor law is reserved for exclusive use of employees, visitors, vendors, contractors of any company other than CBS, Netflix, or Netflix affiliate products. Basically means like delivery trucks and stuff like that can go in or out. But it's also a tactic that the companies use to like a picket line, because they'll declare an entrance that they don't want picketed, a neutral gate, or they'll say that all their gates are neutral gates. So your union needs to have a lawyer, a labor lawyer, to fight back against that. It's just like a union busting, picket line busting tactic that you guys might find interesting.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's get out of here.
So as you can see, there's a shoot happening right here. We're walking down from one entrance to this entrance. We're going back and forth, which establishes a picket line. And the Teamsters have like honored our picket line. The trucks are not coming. So this shoot is currently shut down because we're here, but we have to stay here in order to keep the shoot shut down. And so it's just like holding a vigil, you know? And so now we're at the end and we walk back and we do this until, I don't know, we're told that like the shoot's definitely off. Like if we leave, then someone could call the Teamsters and say, hey, they're gone, drive through. But this is like the main like union, it's not just protest, right? It's action.
As you can see, this is the Wilcox. They got it all blacked out. So they're setting up lighting and stuff in there to film. Truck here.
If you want to provide material support to the strike, head to entertainmentcommunityfund.org or just like Google Entertainment Community Fund. Click donate, scroll down. There's a drop-down menu, select film and TV, and donate to that. That fund directly supports people who are, you know, on hard times for any reason in Hollywood. Any kind of entertainment worker, actors, crew members, people who aren't in a union at all can apply to that fund. And we're specifically donating to it in the Writers Guild right now so that it'll support folks who are affected by our strike action, because we know that it affects other people apart from ourselves, and we're standing in solidarity with them and making sure that they have the resources they need.
So did they tell you what this is?
You know, can you tell us?
Our understanding is it's a Marvel Disney Plus show called Wonder Man, and they're doing pickup shooting. That's our understanding.
Got it.
This is how you know it's a film shoot, man. Just chaos.
One of the rules is you can't just plant in front of the entrance. You have to be walking.
Oh yeah.
Marvel film production.
Look at that. We ain't lying, chat.
This is legit though. We're shutting down this set.
Yeah.
Like it's happening. Where's it? Turn around here. Here, entrance there.
Yeah,
Great.
turn around right here.
Great.
Everybody doing the time.
This is where we're turning on? Yeah, the reason. You guys can keep walking. I'm just... HasanAbi heads, dude. They're well-intentioned. Like I was saying, while it does seem like it might be like a pointless endeavor, it actually is not. The main reason for this, as we've explained time and time again throughout this process for those who are just signing on, is so that, you know, the Teamsters are also a very powerful union in America. One of the most powerful, I think, if not the most powerful union in North America. Don't bring their trucks in because of their own personal policies that if there's more than 2 people on a picket line, that they won't actually bring their trucks in. Now, that's a huge deal for production. You know, you got makeup trucks, you got trailers, you got a whole bunch of different things that need to come in for the set to work properly. And the entire point of this is to stop that from happening. And it seems like the efforts here so far have been able to actually stop some trucks from pulling through and refusing to go through. And as Adam said, if you stop picketing, even for a little bit, turns out they send other people to be like, hey, bring the trucks in.
Ho ho! This corporate greed has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! This
has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. This corporate
We probably can't do that.
I feel like we're getting a deeper, more like insider look into what goes on behind the scenes that I would never be able to normally get if I was simply, you know, covering it from afar.
Our right, and we're protesting the production. So we're not going to stop and talk.
But
right
you were
here. We're gonna
blocking.
walk over to
You were
this side.
blocking traffic. We can't have that.
We are not. We can absolutely cross. We will part ways if traffic comes.
So they're filming back there right now, which is why people are being loud over there, obviously. Camera caught it, I think, right? Were you filming? Like, security started coming out saying, like, oh, you can't stand right here. They're trying to use, like, whatever they can. Just like this is supposed to be a nuisance, a deliberate nuisance.
All night. As long as it all night. How long can we do this? All night. How long can we do this?
All night.
How long can we do this? All night. How long can we do this? All night.
You're supposed to be like as much as a nuisance as you possibly can be in the most legal way. And they're just doing that back now where they're like, oh, well, the cars are coming in and out.
So yeah, there's a Marvel show apparently called Wonder Man, and we're told that they started at like 3. They're apparently going to shoot until 1 a.m. But by us walking back and forth here, we stopped the Teamster trucks from going in, which means this shoot cannot proceed. And so there's a lot.
And if there's too much sound,
yeah,
as people are, you know, utilizing their First Amendment rights,
yeah,
then you know maybe they can't roll sound. It happens all the time. It's a very unforeseen and quite unfortunate consequence of
exactly right.
Just like having union activity in your work site.
Every single shoot I've ever been on, the sound guy goes, "Oh, sorry, we got to get another take. A horn honked." Well, there's a couple more horns honking today than usual, and there's some sound coming from outside. There's an extremely poorly insulated building that looks like it was built in the 50s. So most unions have no strike clauses in their contracts. That means that while they're under contract, they can't strike. They can't fully do a sympathy strike, right? But it's also every individual worker's individual right to not cross a picket line. So even though IATSE cannot, declare a sympathy strike, they have told their members it's all of up to each of you individually if you want to cross a line or not. And since most of them are good union members, that's a hard decision for some of them. Now, we don't particularly judge, oh, that guy crossed, that guy didn't, because everyone's in their own situation. Maybe somebody, needs to feed their family and they know they're going to get replaced if they don't cross the picket line. But we want to make that a hard decision. And so any amount of solidarity is good solidarity. And the Teamsters specifically have a very blanket, Teamsters do not cross picket lines policy that's deep in their culture. So that's why, the whole goal is to stop the Teamster trucks.
There's a real goal here. The goal to achieve is to hurt the bottom line of companies that are refusing to come to the negotiations table with these guys who are striking, who are a very important part of the production process. So for every shoot that is still happening right now, there are tens, if not hundreds of other shoots that have stopped, especially if they haven't fully finished the writing process. There's the writing process, there's rewrites, there's so many different aspects of production. I would say this is, as far as all the picket lines I've seen in general, there's a lot more action. It's more lively. You know what I mean? Not disparaging other picket lines or anything. It is kind of funny to see production dudes walking by like this.
Oh yeah.
Every time they're hanging their head down in shame. But hey, you gotta make a buck. I'm stealing this, by the way. There's no shot I'm giving this back. This is very important to me. Adam, I'm taking this. Another $500 worth of pizza coming to this location.
The picket is working and the set is stopped down. That's what we're told. It seems like a lot of people left.
We have already cost them $10 billion.
A set like this, a production like this, a couple $100,000 for sure. A couple $100,000 has already, hit their budget 100%. You have so many people that are on staff because you're still paying the people that are here. It's not like they're like, all right, go home. Even if they say go home, you're still paying a rental fee for the facility, which is a major point for them, right? You got the production costs that encompass the rental of the property.
Correct.
So even if
came here, all these people got paid today.
Yeah.
High five. High five. High five. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Josh. High five.
We get people moving, we get people active, and then we feed them pizza, which is not so great, but it, you know. By the way, another thing that I wanted to talk about is like, look how quickly they were able to bring a bunch of bodies here and literally shut down the street, like a mile down the street from the Netflix studios, a production that was happening. Like, that's pretty significant. It's really good to see solidarity expressed throughout different facets of production. It's really good to come and participate in a picket line like this. As someone who talks about union organizing, as someone who talks about labor laws and lack thereof in the United States of America on a daily basis, attending something like this and seeing all of the laws that I talk about, all the minutia, all the tiny different ways that like the American government over labor unions and working class people in general is a really interesting thing to experience, and it truly radicalizes you further when you attend one of these things. And more importantly, when you throw bodies at a problem like this, you get results. This takes a tremendous amount of organizing power. It takes a tremendous amount of time. It costs a tremendous amount of money. And ultimately, it's the only successful way that you can hurt capital owners, because this is how you generate value. You generate value through laborers, and when laborers are collaborating with one another, when working class individuals are collaborating with one another instead of working against one another like crabs in a bucket, you end up shutting down a production like this and costing a company, a multi-billion-dollar company, hundreds of thousands of dollars in just a couple hours of standing around yelling, maybe not yelling when they tell you can't yell anymore, but still, like, literally standing around. And one of the most important aspects of that still is like the fact that Teamsters have a policy where they do not cross picket lines. And I hope one day we have every union be as powerful to make those kinds of demands and make those kinds of statements, because, you know, that way you will solidify labor power in this country. I'm also stealing this sign.
Oh, go for it, man. You can have it.